You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, B&B fans, I've got your early edition spoilers for the week of September 23rd through the 27th. Hope Logan is desperate, and Taylor Hayes is going to be a little annoyed. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as we always do on early edition day, we're going to talk about what's happening the rest of this week, just to give you some context for next week's spoilers. With that in mind, on Wednesday, September 18th episode of Bold and the Beautiful, we have Taylor very happy to see Eric Forrester. They do some catching up at the mansion. They saw each other at Steffi's party, but there was a whole lot going on there. For one thing, Taylor was very busy keeping a close eye on Hope Logan, who she noticed was keeping a close eye on Steffi's husband, Finn. I do wonder if any of that is going to come up, if anybody has told Eric that Hope has kissed Finn. You know, they love to spread gossip around. So they are going to do some catching up, and then Ridge is going to wind up at the mansion as well. But that conversation is going to head over into Thursday's episode. But otherwise, on Wednesday, Liam stops by the Malibu house to check in on Steffy. And I'm guessing they're going to talk about Luna, about the cage. I hope he tells her the same thing he told Finn, that he was very impressed that he was there for her and stood by, and that he actually thanked Finn. I mean, that would be kind of a shocker for Steffy. And I'm guessing the subject of Hope is going to come up. You know, Liam doesn't want to believe that Hope's out there kissing Steffi's husband, but he's going to hear it straight from her. Meanwhile, Brooke heads over to the hospital and goes to see Finn while he is at work. The spoiler says she confesses something. It's not a confession, it's an accusation. Brooke is going to tell Finn that she doesn't trust Steffy, that she's going to do something to mess up Hope's life. I mean, Steffy already gave Hope an extension on her fashion line. Carter and Ridge were ready to slam the door on it. That you could tell that's what Ridge and Carter were expecting her to say, but she didn't. And of course, she is kind of holding the line over Hope's head to leverage her to stay away from Finn. And now she's got another Logan woman interfering in her marriage. I don't know what Brooke thinks that she's going to accomplish by this conversation, because Finn's learned his lesson about keeping things secret, and I'm guessing he is going to trot home and tell his wife exactly what Brooke said. Thursday, September 19th, we're going to pick back up at the Forrester mansion. Taylor this time is talking to her ex, Ridge Forrester. They are talking about, you know, their history, times gone by. They're doing some reminiscing. Taylor is going to tell Ridge that he was the love of her life and he will always be the love of her life. That's why I don't think the big secret around her return is a new man or a marriage or something like that. Some people have speculated about that, but she is going to reveal the real reason that she is back in LA by the end of the week, and Ridge is completely shocked. So the shock to me, I'm back to, I hope Taylor's not sick. I don't trust Brad Bell writing for her or doing a good front burner storyline. You know, we'll see. I'm just very dubious about why he has recast the role. Friday, September 20th, the spoilers are scant and terrible. Captain Deuce Stevens, aka the Forrester private pilot, shows up for an appointment with Dr. Finnegan, not Lee, but Finn, at the hospital. Looks like maybe it's his annual pilot physical. We're going to have more scenes of April, the lab tech, who is played by Jameson Belushi. And I'm guessing we're going to have more Ridge and Taylor on Friday, you know, probably some more Steffy, some more Hope, all that good stuff. It's just weird they're not giving us the spoilers for it. Then we head into the week of September the 23rd through the 27th. So I think Steffy thinks that she's in a good position. She's got Hope under her thumb with this ultimatum about go near my husband and lose choose your line, but Hope is plotting. She doesn't like being told by her mom she can't be around Finn. She doesn't like Steffy telling her that because Hope is still of the mindset that Steffy isn't good enough for Finn and he deserves someone better, which she obviously thinks is herself. And then we have this fall preview spoiler kicking in soon where Hope gets a new man after Steffy gives her this ultimatum. So, and I think we're all worried, who is this new man? Is it a new man to her like Finn? Finn still does not seem interested. That's very clear. Steffy made that clear when Hope tried to say what I did with him, and Steffy was like, no, what you did to him, which I thought was very interesting because Finn wasn't an active participant. So I expect that the shocking news that Taylor tells Ridge is going to spread. Now that she's opened up to Ridge, she probably needs to fill in Steffy on whatever this is. And Poppy Nozawa is not going to go away. She doesn't want to give up on Bill Spencer, not only because she's just devastated by Luna framing her for murder and all that, but as Lee Finnegan has said, her sister is a gold digger, and she kind of hit big pay dirt with Bill. The thing is, Will and Liam do not want her around their dad, and I'm guessing they're going to do some gatekeeping. Poppy still keeps showing up there and just walking in without knocking, like she still lives there, but she's moved in with her sister. And I'm guessing that Katie is still going to be on patrol, not only because Will's going to be encouraging her to hang around, but she definitely doesn't want Poppy in Bill's life either, even though she's not a murderer. She grew one, right? Brooke is going to be increasingly annoyed by what she sees as Steffy and Taylor's disrespect for the Logans. On the flip side of this, I believe Steffy thinks that Brooke is being disrespectful by marching over to make accusations while talking to Finn. And of course, Steffy already thinks that Hope is being really disrespectful by putting her lips on her husband. So Logan ladies versus the Forrester Hayes ladies is back on. Finn is going to be quite uncomfortable about the things that Brooke said. I hope that he defends Steffy. If he doesn't, it's going to be problematic for his marriage. And I expect more scenes of Taylor and Steffy discussing the Hope issue. I'm sure Steffy's going to tell her mom about the ultimatum, tying, stay away from Finn to work. I'm interested to see if Taylor thinks that's appropriate or not. Just the work versus personal thing. But Forrester Creations always crosses lines like that. And I do think they're going to have a conversation about what Brooke said to Finn. And I would not be surprised at all if Taylor went and confronted Brooke for having the nerve to go to Finn and talk about her daughter that way. So we're going to get a whole lot of you leave my daughter alone, you leave my daughter alone, Taylor and Brooke each fighting on behalf of their kids. All right, those are all of our early weekly spoilers. Come back later in the week for your full roster of daily spoilers for the week of the 23rd through the 27th. Please subscribe if you're not following us. Drop me your comments. I love reading your comments every day. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt here talking B&B with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.